Welcome again to Choppin Up. I'm Sincere.
I'm Johanna. I'm the first lady, Danny.
Gucci. Today we got a special hot topic for y'all. Right now I'm gonna let Johanna introduce it properly so I don't mess it up. Like I almost said her name.
So actually, my question is actually to all of us. All right, but we're going to start with our beautiful black men here. So why is it that when, let's just say it like this, you have a black female, black male, they're in a relationship, wonderful relationship, she's held you down since she was working at McDonald's, Wendy's, you know, she kept it going, helping you to fulfill your dream, whatever that was, whether it's rapping or entertainment, the entertainment industry. And so once you get to where you wanted to be, where she supported you, remember that, you jump ship. So get into another race.
Now define jump ship.
All right.
Exactly.
Well, jumping ship, also the name of the episode. It's when you change ship. Like, excuse me, if I get on one cruise line, I'm on that cruise line. All right, I'm on there for the whole duration of that trip.
Mm-hmm.
When we jump ship, that means that something ain't go right. We had some turbulence. There was something that just you didn't like, personally. So you had to leave that ship because that ship was no longer good for you. So I call that jumping ship.
So jumping into another race.
Mm-hmm. Wait, are we jumping ship or are we just going from a ship to a whole other airline?
That's two different things, though.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, I mean,
first of all, we staying on the ship.
You staying on the ship? Okay,
we on the boat.
On the ship.
We on the boat. We gonna stick on the boat. All right. So we playing on the water. That's where we at. All right. But as far as switching sides for my beautiful black queens, I've had good and bad relationships.
mm-hmm.
I'm man enough to say that some of it was my fault. For the ones that wasn't, I have been able to see on the other side, like, man, it's not that bad over there. You know what I mean? Like,
so you saying with another race?
Yeah, as far as try. I mean, for me as particular, how I was raised because of how I've been conditioned through life, it's kind of hard for me to make that jump. A lot of variables, even if you want to be specific and like, all right, Caucasian, excuse me, Asian, like it's, you know, before I go that route, I gotta go black first.
Have you dated outside of your race before?
You gotta be honest. You know, I'm in the room.
Yeah, like have
You know, I'm in the room. I was here for that one.
Tell the truth.
Man, so, yes, I have. And it wasn't bad. I can say it wasn't, it's a comfortability for it. So, for me, for me and my race, it's not no judgment to whoever I was dating or who I was with. It was more so the fact that we live in two different worlds.
Mm-hmm.
So I can accept to be with someone because love don't have no, you know, don't have no pitch. I mean, you fall who you fall for. But I can say that I would jump in the way of that for the simple fact of the different nationalities. Because, for instance, I had one situation where the mode had changed. I was with a friend, opposite, and mode had changed. And I said, you know what? I read it, I felt it. I said, all right, I'm gonna take you home. In the mix of that, she didn't understand. I said, and she got loud, voiceful. And so as she's getting voiceful, she's walking out. Now you're outside of the property. And you're still loud. Now, this is me, and then this is someone of a different nationality.
Okay.
It's not gonna be easy pickings when someone come pull up, say, oh, well, all right, you got to relax. Oh, no, she's the instigator in the situation. I'm trying to take her home. She don't wanna go home because she don't understand that you right now, you're out of pocket. And so before I take it any further, I'm gonna just take you home. Now I can't, you making a scene, now it's problems. And that communication of where I come from, even though if I'm not living that same lifestyle, I still have to, you gotta be mindful, just like I'm gonna be mindful. If I go to your cookout, you know what I mean? If I go around your folks, I have to present myself a certain way. Not change who I am, excuse me, but I have to be a different way because, excuse me.
Acceptance.
Yeah, not just the acceptance, but your people gotta get to know me.
Okay.
So if you go to a black cookout and everything, you have a presentation, but I don't want to use the term as
It's a respect thing.
Yeah.
You know, every culture has different things.
Yeah.
You know, and not just black and white. You go to an Indian household, you know, certain things you can't hug certain, you know, men can't hug women. It's a respect thing at that point. Like you said, when you're going to someone's cookout, it's an open environment. So to know how to engage in people's respect, you present yourself in your best, with your best foot forward at the time. I get what you're saying.
that first.
It's not, you know, that you're trying to change who you are.
Yeah,
or anything. You're trying to build
I am
trying to be respectful for those that's around you.
You trying to give the better first impression so that way you don't seem
Right, it's the first impression because you don't.
Right.
Either way, because I know to sound a little rude, but a little aggressive. If I go to a group of a different nationality, just to be safe, that's why I say nationality, and they don't accept or I'm out. You know what I mean? It's cool because we can't, it's another way we gotta go about this. I can't come over here because number one, I've worked in the hotel business for about 5 years and I've met different nationalities. Whereas though some person, he's like, I held the door for him and his wife and his children. He moved me out the way to hold the door. He said, because where I'm from, you're different. We hold you to high esteem. So I'm like, dude, I'm just doing my job. Now, but that's, when you talk about foreigners and stuff, America's different. It's literally a salad bowl. We got everybody coming in. So you have to be subject to new openings, being able to communicate. Like you was talking about earlier, that level of communication, it's hard to do with people that's just like biased.
What about you, Gucci? You ever jump ship?
I have not jumped ship.
Gooch, you ain't jump ship?
I ain't jumped
Have
ship.
you ever been
I
in an interracial relationship?
Not in
Have you dated outside?
I've not dated. I've not been in a relationship outside of my race. I've just been in some cordial happenstances outside of my races.
Oh, so you?
Yeah, I've dabbled. I've played. I've dived. I've jumped in. I've dipped my stick in other. You know, I'm not some
Hey,
snow
but
caps.
hold on. Ain't that a sign like that's a little bit of, I mean, it might not be a serious thing, but that's
No, because it only lasted maybe 15 minutes, and that was it.
to the next call.
Right, but I can't say that because me personally, I've just recently experienced a out of my race thing. Just recently. Other than that, I've never been with anyone outside of a black man.
I gotta mess with you. What you mean? Yeah, because you two sides of the coin.
Okay, so what I mean by that is, before a white guy has never approached me and never, I think they see that I'm pretty, but as soon as I open my mouth up, they be like, oh, she's black. And they be like, yeah, I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? I just recently have had, a date with a white guy. And it was very different.
Did you enjoy yourself?
I did enjoy myself, but it was not something I would do again. It's not something I wanted to do again after.
I'm gonna tell you something. What's crazy is all right. So I had this Caucasian guy that we were really good friends, and it was like real quick. When I say real quick, I'm talking about like a matter of like a month. Okay, so we're hanging out, whatever, and it wasn't even anything serious, but we're going places together. So he would come over, and we lived in Durandon. So he would come over, pick me up, and we would be out, and then when we would hit the store, like a regular mall or something, you would see, it was from both sides. So I would get the looks from the white people looking at him like, you're a nigga lover.
Right.
Then I also would walk past the black people, that I look like the Salon.
Right.
So I'm, we both getting this, okay? I'm like, it gets better because once we got back into the car, I mean, it was so uncomfortable because I never been in that type, I never felt that. But from both sides, it was judgmental. Right. No one ever said a word. But the looks, if they looks can kill.
And it was your atmosphere, you could feel it.
When we got inside the car, I was like, so, it was like a okay. Right, I'm like, so did you feel what happened or was that just me? Now, he was used to dating only black girls.
Oh.
So he was used to, right, exactly.
He like, this is what I
Me on the other hand, I was like, what in the world? Right, so that was absolutely.
At least you figured that out. I wasn't even trying to say
But what
that part.
was crazy is I had never looked at him as far as getting in a relationship. And I don't know if that's from, you hear people say all the time, like at the house, don't bring no Now my parents, co-pastors, I didn't hear them saying that much. Now, again, that's just for the sake of all listeners.
Right.
Love is love. Whoever, you are in love with and that God bless you with and you guys understand each other and it fits and it works and you both are supportive and everything works as gravy. We're not saying that there's an issue. We're just simply, conveying our information, our experiences, our opinions. So I just wanted to clear the air with saying that. But yeah, I never felt that before. And I was like, wow, I wasn't even, what they said if I had kissed this guy.
Right,
like, we were just friends, and I was saying, I'm like,
but even still, that don't even matter. Even because when Nick talks about love is love, that's what it is. Like, I have been in situations, maybe not with a different nationality, but when I feel that comfortability and I'm cool, and that choiring kiss, that moment that you come up, you're like, all right, it ain't a thought or a hesitant, it's just, all right, boom, it's an embrace and then you're off to it. That can happen with everybody or anyone. For you know what I mean? Yeah. For layman's term, it's not about we as individuals make it about race and this and the third because of the foundation of where we came from. I react the way I do because of how I was brought up. It's not normal to, like, hey, I don't go out searching for different nationalities.
Right.
I'll first go out looking for a black woman. I can say that.
So your first preference?
It's
what's your first preference?
My black woman
is a black woman, but I find myself looking for what is attractive to me first, if that makes sense. Like, I'm going to look for this, but if something finds attraction to me, please have a vagina, because I'm not into the bisexual gay shit. But, if you aren't black and you happen to find something you like about me, I'm interested to find out what you like about me.
Gotcha.
I'm there. I'm like, hey, and there's
what about you, Danny?
Black men.
Black men?
Yes, I go towards black men.
Okay, yeah, I married a black man.
Everybody right here at this moment had their own preference.
Right.
Which means that we don't take away from anyone else's preference.
Right.
You like who you like.
So why is it, because we're talking about jumping ship,
right, so
why is it that when,
what made it
stop? Hold on, tell me. I feel like, who said I jump ship? I feel like, you take it personal, but I got an answer for you. Now, okay? I feel like the black man that, worked at McDonald's, came up with the girl who was holding him down, and he get on, he realized that the black girl only take him but so far. These white people got a ticket. Okay, they got a ticket to some shit that we don't have access to. No matter how successful your black woman is, she'll be Michelle Obama. She gonna get but so far. Now these white people got a different ticket. Now you get you a white girl and you see a whole different life, and it kind of broadens your horizons. And on top of that, you might ejaculate a couple times. So why the fuck not?
Well, the stereotype that we have on black women is that we're loud, we're ignorant, we're very forward. We say what we gotta say, we got an attitude, angry black woman. But then you have, when I was growing up, I heard, them saying things like that white women was considered as fast. Like the loose ones, you know what I mean?
The white girls.
Yeah. You'll do the things that, that a black woman won't do.
They had to. That too, okay? Because there's some things that we have to why do what y'all do, and there's some things they just hey, I'm
I've been
gonna
ready
do
for
this
this.
now.
I've been
to
ready.
show you I'm down for the cause. And I'm
I've
like,
been ready for that.
Fuck yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
And you know, but what's crazy about what you're saying, because you made that point, that brings me to another point.
Damn, you got points.
I have a point.
Well, hold on real quick, because I gotta say that if we dabble a little bit on what he said, for me to go into a situation and no expectation, the freedom of it, and just be willing to please, I think that's the biggest part for the black woman, why they lost a lot of interest from the black man. It's not about pleasing us or making us happy. It's about them. You know what I mean? Well, I gotta get the bag. I gotta do me. And then when you have a man that's willing to take care of that, it's just still about them. He's like, man, I know y'all seen him on social media. They'll sit over there like, man, I take care of this woman. I rock for this woman. This woman still go do what she want to do. But we live in a household. We have a structure, but I still don't have the respect as the man of the house. I don't have the respect as the father of the house. And that plays a bigger part than anything else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll sit over there and see these females like, man, I tell my sisters, my cousin, I'm like, oh, I'm looking for a real ignorant individual. We going excluding the N-word. I'm looking for this ignorant individual because I need a real ignorant individual. That's what the word means. Ignorant individual. Why y'all looking for these ignorant individuals? Same thing for the males. I'm like, I'm looking for a down B. No, why? What you looking for a female dog for? A genuine woman, as you being a wife, have held your man down without question. Willing to please. I heard how you spoke. Admiring how you like, man, that's so rare. My man right here speaks the admiration between two people that's a unit that say y'all good. And when we start to feel like that ain't there no more, that's when you ain't got no choice but to jump ship. Because if it ain't good for you, then why you wasting your time?
So that was something that we were sort of talking about beforehand. Now I'm going to speak in general. I'm not speaking about an individual case or anyone in particular. I'm speaking in a general mass.
You said you wasn't gonna use my name.
So, shut up. So, when I say in a general mass, I mean us as black women in our households, our mothers went through a lot. Our mothers had to learn how to be independent for whatever was going on, back then, for whatever the reasons were. Absolutely. So I feel like me personally, I feel like a lot of times we as black women weren't raised to be wives. Weren't raised to
Be independent.
not even be independent, wasn't raised to, just like he said, submitting, making sure that your man's ego is up there when he walks out that door. To us, it's, we were raised on getting our bag and being independent. And and I'm talking about in a general mass. There's a lot of women out here that do know their part and, is trying to get to that part also. But I'm saying in a general mass, in general, I think that's a big burden for a man to hold on his shoulders also, is that, his pickings is slim when it comes to things like that at that point. We need to be raised differently. We need to be raised to cater to our black men and to make sure our black men are okay when they come home in a house, safe where they can speak about the things that's going on outside of the home that's troubling him. You know what I'm saying? I feel like in a whole that is a big part that's missing with us as black women.
And y'all not alone. I know you.
You're not alone. Yeah,
you
right.
speak. It's definitely men, and I know I've been on that train where I thought I was the blessing for all women. You know what I mean, I could just do whatever I wanted to do, and she'll just. No. Everybody got to take accountability.
We're sensitive too. We need, just like how you guys need, a woman that's submissive. We need y'all to have the time y'all come in the house, bring y'all emotion down and come down to us emotionally, because we're emotional beings.
Have that balance.
Absolutely, that balance. Just like how, we wasn't meant to be, or we wasn't raised to be wives. y'all weren't raised to be heads of households and husbands.
Facts on that. Yeah, what you had to say?
I was going to say, you know, I think it's also contingent upon, just like you mentioned, I may just piggyback off of what you said. I think that, like I grew up in, you know, two-parent house, you know, I told you, my parents are co-pastors. I personally think that they've done a wonderful job. Like how I raised my children, I have 8 of them. Children.
Yes. That's a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Oh, what you told
She
me?
popped that thing anytime. Listen, I
just go in the neighborhood, I just wave.
Popped it 5 more times.
You know, you teach your children and so on based off of how you were raised. Unless if you was raised in a crazy situation, then you use that as a reference of what you're not going to do. Everything is always a learning experience. So if I watched my parents. I look at how my dad treated my mom, and it's 5 girls, and we have 2 boys. Okay, so sibling-wise, and so I watched how my father used to do things for us and tell us this is what a man's supposed to do. Like he was constantly always repeating, this is what a man. Like I have an identical twin sister, and so we would go to open the door, and my dad would actually hit our hands.
Right.
Do not touch the door. It was certain things that he wanted to make sure. But flip side. He also made sure that all the girls were taking out the trash, mowing the lawn, so that way we would have the balance and the reference of how to be both. And my dad used to say to us, because some people say, why you got
Guess who's cutting the grass this weekend?
He would say, why would you have the twins out there cutting them? And we were picking up apples. We had an in-ground pool. We had to clean the pool out, everything. And my dad's response was, if they happen to marry a guy that does not hang in there for whatever reason, they need to know how to carry on. So my mom taught us how to cook. My dad made us do the things that they say that men's supposed to do. So now me as a wife and as a mother, you wear different hats. In our house, it's not my husband's job to do anything. It's not my job. Whoever gets home first starts. Right. So when I'm expecting, I can't have that role like I'm the wife, I gotta cook. He's had to step in mom's role a lot of times. I'm pregnant at the last minute. I'm not standing over no kitchen. So the roles change. So the point that I was making is I think, based off of what you were saying, I think it's also the reference. Like that was the only reference I had was my parents.
Right.
So I can't relate to not having both parents in the house. So everybody got a different walk of life. Everybody has a different story.
Right.
And so because of that, the reference is going to be different on how you treat people, how you interact with people, and your reference of how you raise your kids. Yeah. So I raised my kids the way that my parents did because I like how they did.
Right.
Right.
You know
So
what?
that's the point
I'm gonna go home today with a whole new
truly,
vernacular.
truly.
My kids gonna, when I go home today, my kids are gonna, if I get there first and I see my damn stepdaughter there first, like, look, that's what we doing today. We're gonna do some plumbing, we're gonna do some roof work, we're gonna clean these gutters, do some things that,
right.
You know, just because I don't have to do it, don't mean I don't know how to do it.
exactly, all right?
And you know what? Just because what you just now said, with my husband as a black woman, marrying a black man, my husband doesn't ask me for anything. When I say anything. So if there comes a time where he'll say something like, hey babe, listen, I need like $800. Listen, all I know is I live in a big, wonderful house. I have a car that I don't pay for, insurance I don't pay for, my cell phone is on, the water is on, the electricity is on, we have the television that's on in every room. I'm not paying for anything. So if this fat man asks me for $800, I'm not asking him where you put the money for. I'm just going to take my behind, slap back, and get that $800.
When I tell you right
Because he
there,
don't ask something from me, and I think a lot of black women mess up in this area, and women in general too. Because my husband doesn't ask me for anything is why I make sure I do for him. Where most women feel like, well, he ain't asked me, so I ain't doing nothing. No. Because he doesn't ask is why you should.
He doing, yeah,
because
absolutely.
ultimately right there, you talking about teamwork.
Teamwork,
That's a whole team right there. It's like, look, baby, I need you to go give me the 800 because I know that the head of house takes care of the house.
Right.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead because clearly it's something for something.
And you know what?
Even if it's not, I'm secure.
You men have a whole different responsibility. Just being men alone, You all have to be, y'all have to, I can quit my job and change the income and mess up a whole bunch of things. But guess at the end of the day, you know who everybody's looking at? My husband.
Right?
Because he is the one that everybody said, well, why would you let the house work? Why would you make sure the why you ain't make sure you do the son?
That's not even people though. That's even like how the teamwork work on this show. We need the balance. It's a balance. And I go home, I'm like, yo, babe, look, I might be short, just be prepared for some shit because I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, but just be ready. But at the end of the day, if the shit's not handled, it falls on me. Everyone's like, yo, why the fuck y'all with this man right here? He's not doing nothing for you. I done did everything I possibly could for you. If it's not enough, it's not enough.
Right.
And then that brings us back to the point why, you know, men jump shit because, again, we can only do what we can do. And
you feel like sometimes we are ungrateful?
Yeah.
It's
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Not reciprocating the same thing.
Yeah.
But
because it's about survival, and I gotta make sure we survive, and I'm doing everything in my possibility to make sure we survive. But if it was reciprocated, and you had to make sure we had to do it, are you gonna do what I had to do to make sure we did it? No, you're not gonna do what I did to make sure. Not you.
No, I know.
Not you. But
you gotta have that communication.
Yeah, and you gotta have that communication.
Communication to be able to, even when I'm down, like as a man, it was hard to tell the person I was with, like, man, I need your help. Because I'm programmed already to keep it together.
Ask you. I'm not supposed to ask you.
This is
you can
if I can't do it,
leave.
can't nobody do it. You know what I mean? And that's just because the program of the situation, like, oh, I must not be doing enough.
And y'all don't have it in your mind of if I can't do it, we can do it?
Because the
no, I have it in mind you can do it, but I'm programmed not to ask you.
Yeah.
It's my job description to not ask you. I'm supposed to.
When you have a communication or a bond with your teammate, because y'all doing this together, and y'all working together and say, you know what, hey, you gonna know how you gonna come. Like when your kids come and want something, like I just showed you, you want something, you don't straight out.
Right.
Hey, listen, hey babe, how you doing? What's wrong? You good? You
know I love you.
It's a level of communication that you have, particularly with your partner, that makes everything. But
if I get a request for one more fucking juicer, I'm gonna be pissed.
That's so rare. It's so rare nowadays because everybody knows for themselves.
Right.
So because everybody's out there for themselves, we ain't gonna get nowhere. You're gonna have many people jumping shit. I mean, we're gonna be a bunch of mixed race babies out here.
But I like what Gucci said early on when he was talking about, I did rewind it in my brain, I'm sorry. Okay, I got it. You mentioned how being with the other race comes with perks. It comes with some perks.
Yeah.
So, hey, it might get you out of a ticket.
I get perks when I'm friends with somebody else. White privilege is very real.
It is, and as a black
man, it's very beneficial.
I've been trying to make sure I have some white people in my car when I'm driving doing some dumb shit.
I do respect my Caucasian brothers and sisters.
Oh,
right.
You know what I'm saying? When I'm in a bond or I get pulled over, what do you do?
He's a sincere. You never do anything like that.
Send me, you don't relax, send me before we both go to jail. You got some shit.
My dad is a lawyer.
He's a lawyer, right? He'll get us right out of this pinch.
ASAP. He said, you know who? You know who? Oh, all right, my bad, buddy.
Oh, my dad is friends with the
I didn't
judge.
see him sitting over there on the passenger side.
It comes with a whole set. It's a whole different set of keys. It's like, you know, you out here trying to make the ends meet, but you switch over and you just grab somebody from that race that they make shit happen. And I hate it because it's like, we can make shit happen, but do we make shit happen?
But you know what? Remember when I was asking the question earlier and I said that, you know, why is it that she's been supporting him while he was at McDonald's or Wendy's or one of those food places, which is nothing wrong with those jobs. That was my first job in high school.
It's not.
Like, let me clear that. But I'm saying, because a job is a job. No matter where it's at.
Absolutely.
But if he is working, so why is it that while she's helping him along the line and he gets where he's getting, why can't it be that he then turns around and help her to get where she has to go? It's just always, now I'm going to tell you, percentage-wise, 1967.
Whoa, you got years.
Oh, yeah. 1967. 1967.
I wasn't even there that one.
The percent, I wasn't here either. Yeah. 10 years
Girl,
ago.
I was like, yeah, you look good for your age. I was 1967.
No, I was born 1977. I'm 46. All right, so in 1967, the percentage for interracial newlyweds or marriage was only 3%. 2015, it turned to 17%.
I think that's a lie too.
Yo, no.
Okay, no. You remember 1967.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, and then we talking about that actually got married, not ones that just kind of date each other. Newlyweds and actually married.
It was a thing.
So I got a question.
It was
I got a
literally
question. I got a question. So you say 1967 was the year of 3% of interracial marriages.
Right,
You were born in 77.
right.
How many light-skinned friends you had by then?
Light-skinned friends?
Light-skinned friends you had by then?
By
First of all,
then.
she can't.
How many like
1977? I was just born.
1978, 9, 10? Come on.
You'd have been
She was in there like,
You're saying
she got
What I'm saying is, statistics is one thing, but then we also live in a life where we see like it's happening, and the numbers can't reflect. The statistics they give us can't reflect what's actually happening.
Well, and I agree. But when you're looking for something, what site do you go on?
I don't go on any search.
Okay, but when you're looking for something.
Google.
All right. So,
You Google stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
You on 45 pages of freaking like
do
20.
you Google things?
Huh?
Yes, I
Do
do.
you Google?
Yeah.
All right, so you remember 1967, nobody was Googling.
Googling anything.
1977, they weren't Googling either.
Yeah.
What year were you born, sir?
I was born in 1981.
They weren't Googling. So now,
You weren't Googling.
what year were you born?
First of all, he was born in 1957. You better stop playing.
Why you lying for, yo?
You keep on trying to play the
You look older than
game. He
me,
is
stop,
old.
sir. This is
All right,
your birthday
he playing
today.
games and he is old.
Be nice, guys. Be nice. So
Light-skinned people,
the
dog.
point that I'm making is, it really wasn't exactly about the year. It was about the percentage. So back then, let's say that the 3% was off or whatever. It is saying it in the Google. But let's just say that it was 10. So then 2015, if they said it was 17, maybe it was 21%. All right. The point is, we're seeing it much more often now, so it's more accepted.
Yeah.
Where people would look at someone back in the day, like they had to sneak back in the day
They had to sneak
to
back
do
in the
this.
day.
So I can
Now you
if-
have parents of this, right?
Right.
So what's your story?
Well,
Tell them, baby.
And
Tell them, baby.
That's what I'm saying.
We got some
You
more
gotta
minutes.
realize too that during that time, 2015, it became a thing. I remember seeing on social media when the black boy had his daughter, beautiful child, but she was mixed race, light skin, good hair, and he was like, "Man, I can't wait to have another one of my mixed race babies." He didn't
Like the
mean it.
Caucasian- like the Kardashians.
He didn't mean it in a disrespectful manner.
Yeah.
But how he said it, that
Yeah.
one side, black folks was like, "What you mean?
What you mean?
We-
What you mean? Yeah.
A preference is a preference. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with a preference. I mean, for that goes back to your rights. You can like what you like. Stand on it. It don't mean that I can't stop you or stop you from saying, "Oh man, that ain't cool." That's your opinion. I respect it. I can also keep it pushing. You know what I mean? Because it don't hold no weight.
My best friend
Okay.
here, she's like the product of the yin and the yang. Okay?
Dang, he put you
What's
on
your- what's your
blast.
story?
The first lady?
The yin and the yang.
so my mom is black and my dad is white.
All right, what was your mom doing and what was your dad doing?
Oh, they were at a bar.
Wait a minute.
No, I
How
mean in
they
their
eat?
life. What were they at in their life? Because your mom was one person and your dad was another person.
Oh,
Yo, she was about to tell the whole life story. So
I
it was that Henny. It was that
Every
Henny.
time I
They were at the bar.
her story is like, I was like, yo, dog, how did that happen?
So my mom was married young. And she had my older sister, and then her husband had to go overseas to Japan in the military. And during that time, she got lonely, I guess, and ran and met my father, who was a white man, at a bar. And then when her husband came back home, she continued her marriage with her husband, and they had another child, and they're still today very happily together to this day.
That's beautiful.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And I grew up just like you. I grew up in a household where there was a lot of love that was. I seen not only my stepfather love my mom, I seen my white father, who was not in the household, love my mom and made sure that we seen that respect in that household and things of that nature. I feel as though my parents did an exceptional job with raising me under their circumstances.
Right. So with you being, I know we're about to wrap up. With you being mixed, you said you would prefer black men.
Absolutely, and it still gets under my skin when I see a black man, even with a white woman.
Although your parents are
Although my parents
and
are
why
that.
is that?
It's more of
Underdog story.
not even underdog story. Just I want my black men. You know, I guess that's where my stepdad installed into me. My stepfather installed into me. You know, being a black woman is a beautiful thing, and that's what we're supposed to do, is love on you. So to me, seeing a black man loving on a black woman is beautiful. I don't know, it's just my preference.
But I think a lot of
That's that condition.
and a lot of this stuff stem
Dingo. No.
a lot of it stem from the DNA and the trials and tribulations that we went through coming up in the racial situation.
Absolutely.
Because you don't even know that something's wrong until somebody say that that's wrong.
It's wrong, yeah.
Right. So us growing up, had we never experienced or heard anything about racism, we wouldn't even see a difference with a white man with a black woman or vice versa. But because there's an issue, it's an issue.
Right. Just like Perry used to say, and when he, how many, he was trying to ask you how many, mixed kids did you see growing up? You know, me growing up, there wasn't a lot of mixed children.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
There was not. I was definitely a unicorn. You know, who are you? What are you? You black? You white? What are you? Like,
I thought you was Puerto
and I was
Rican.
raised in LA. I was in LA.
She everybody she want to be. Whatever she want to be, that's who she is for the
Yeah,
day.
when you do that,
Right, I can go
She can be Armenian,
Hispanic, I can go
she
black,
can be Kardashian, whatever she wants.
Well, Curtis, what are you telling your children?
What am I telling my children?
What are you telling your sons about?
About mixed races?
I mean, yeah, about who you telling them to not to bring home or bring home.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to know, since we about to close out.
Because you tell them who not to bring home. I say
You
if the
making
house
them
is
feel
messed, don't bring
comfortable,
nobody home. First and foremost, if the house is messed up, don't bring nobody here.
Right, okay, but that part.
So,
we talking about your shit.
hold on real quick. And if it's my daughter, you definitely can't bring nobody.
That's it.
Right?
Right.
And I got to the stepdaughter thing. I'm like, don't bring no nigga to my fucking house. But
You said just like that with your mouth like that?
don't bring no nigga to my fucking house.
Oh, okay.
But
I don't say nigga.
then I followed up when it's dirty. So, you know, 'cause you're not my child. Your mom is, I'm dating. And,
So that's something that I had. My son, I have a 20-year-old son who is dating and things.
And don't you listen to y'all?
And I would never, I never told him, you know, don't bring a certain something home. What I told him was don't bring a certain attitude home. And whether it's that attitude is a black girl or a white girl, don't bring her around my house.
You know what, my parents used to say that, I did remember them having a conversation before, and them saying how, you know, it's not that you can't date another race, okay, because again, love is love. But what happens is, when you bring in a different race, especially, let's just use Caucasian, okay?
Right.
Then what happens is, at some point, I don't care how much both parties love each other, that race card will be fought at some point.
Absolutely.
It's going to be fought at some point. So you're going to wind up experiencing things firsthand. And us as black individuals, we face stuff every day.
Right.
So now, if you in the relationship with a Caucasian individual, you have an argument. Go ahead and have an argument and
You find out.
you'll find out exactly
But live on
what
it.
is in heart.
Live on that
It's a verse in the Bible that says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So you're not even able to say certain things if it's not down in you. I mean, it's just certain things that we're just not going to say.
Right?
Some things you ain't supposed to be quiet about.
But when you say
I can't stand the fact that you're like 55 colors and I just want to watch black and white TV.
Right. So why are you with this? Why are you with them? Why are you with them? So you're gonna get that race situation at some point. And guess what? Let's just say that the white girl don't bring up the race card. When she saw her family, what y'all going through, you're gonna be everything in the book.
That's automatic.
Look at the Kardashians. All them date is black men. All their children is with a black man.
They definitely got a type.
Yes, they do.
That's my type.
I want them to know. I want them to understand that I'm black man.
I make great babies and I'm cute.
I'll let y'all build me up.
See my long hair.
I'll let y'all break me down.
They want to go all these black men. None of it lasts.
I don't do coke either, and my kids ain't crazy. Understand?
Why you swing your hair when you said that?
Because I see the luxuriousness in my hair.
Listen, in closing,
We got
Hold on, first of all.
no, listen, I was saying in closing, for sincere, you left a message for your
My daughter? Yeah.
What you say to her?
Ain't no males coming through.
Okay.
Not yet. Because more importantly, and because I know I speak for fathers, it's not so much of the fact that I know what these little knuckleheads want, but got so much. I want you to focus on the bag, but I want you to more so focus on y'all.
I know what you're stuck with.
Focus on you. Like, realize what you like. As far as a female, y'all beautiful queens, y'all got to realize what y'all like and don't. And if y'all didn't, y'all still had time to develop that and see what it is. I want my daughter, my niece, my cousin, female cousin to realize that. You know what I'm saying? And especially, and more so also for the sons. You know what I mean? But I know we overlook it because daddy's daughters type situation. But I want y'all to definitely like see what y'all like and be able to have control. Not so much that you overpower the male, but the fact that you be like, all right, if I can submit to this man, I'm submitting because I understand what I'm getting to. Not so much of, oh man, I can just run all over him. It ain't beneficial. You know what I mean? It's me getting the bag is more important than anything I'm doing. You don't need to be in a relationship, period.
No, because you're so self-centered.
Your greed. Your greed is going to destroy that guy because that guy going to get lonely. And half the time, I can say for me, I stepped out because of loneliness. Old girl want to go ahead and do what you want to do. All right, rock out. What's that? You go ahead.
Was it with another race?
No.
I would never know. I'm not a racist. I'm a racist.
I ain't. Yeah,
I hate the racists.
I've dabbled. I've communicated with the other side.
I've communicated with the other side. You know what I mean, we've made.
I hate the hate, you know.
See, I agree from the beginning. I thought, to me, jumping ship means, leaving a family. Jumping ship. I'm not saying exiting out of a relationship. We all gonna have relationships that don't work out. It doesn't mean jump the ship. To me, jumping ship is, I don't want this no more. I'm done. Yeah, me, you got kids, now I'm not a father because I want to. You get what I'm saying? To me, that's the jumping ship.
Yeah, because you have two ships going this way, they all going. So let's say you jump this one. You was going north, so now you're going south.
Right?
I gotta take my booty. If I'm jumping ship, I'm taking my booty. But my partner don't gotta come.
From the jump ship, get on the airplane. Then from there, I'm getting on the rocket ship. I'm doing things. I'm doing places.
Let's break
I ain't
this
got time for this.
I can't do it with the plane because the plane got to swoop down. It got to stop, let you land.
We ain't got to do all that. We ain't got to do all that, bro. We ain't got to do none of the above.
Some mission impossible.
Yes, okay. Yes.
Look, he about to jump on the plane, y'all. Look at him.
Look at him. He's flying in the plastic suit, and then the F-150 thing catch me in the air, and then as he get close to the freaking shuttle in Texas going in the air, I'm just going to head catapult from there and jump on.
You can reach it by saying.
Exactly. Just know my number is.
I know two
things for sure, one thing for certain. This is a great podcast. This is a great topic.
I want to thank you so much
Oh,
for
absolutely.
joining.
Beautiful asses. God
Being a
damn.
part of it, you know what I mean? For real, because that's what it's about, man. And when you connect like this, it just, that energy, it's awesome, man. For the next time, chop it up.
All right.